Do you hear voices or noise or static inside of your head? You're not crazy. You are being remotely tracked with surveillance technology. Hi, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. It is actually a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's extremely windy, but it is 74, yes, 74 degrees here in eastern Kentucky. But the wind is crazy. It's not that comfortable being outside. The birds are flying around there, and, well, they're having fun foraging for bugs. But I came across a PDF. This is a journal article. It is entitled Remote Behavioral Influence Technology Evidence. The author is John J. McMurtrey, and he has a master's in science. It's from the Deep Black Lies website, and it is dated December 23, 2003. Okay? 2003. Here you go, folks. Remote Behavioral Influence Technology Evidence. You can download the PDF. You can translate the PDF. So I'm on a mailing list for PDFs relating to neuroscience and technology. So here we go, folks. I'm going to read a little bit of it. People discerning remote manipulation by technology capable of such influence have formed protest organizations across the world. Educated societies uninformed regarding authentic documentation of the development and existence of these technologies and unaware of the dangers. Complaint of quote-unquote hearing voices and perception of other remote manipulation must receive appropriate scientific and legal investigation with protection. Professional awareness is virtually absent, with eminent text and opinion being presumptuous without appraisal of the evidence. Herein is substantiated, meaning evidence. 1. Human wireless internal voice transmission and tracking technologies. 2. Reports of electroencephalographic, the EEG, thought reading capacity. Evidence of covert development and remote EEG capture technology. Number 3, references to the use of these or similar technologies against humans. I'm going to add that it's used against animals and pets. I believe that it's being used against certain farm animals, which is why they suddenly take off and run into the street, get killed. Or suddenly start bucking, or you'll see a horse on a racetrack that is suddenly, running out of control or trips and falls or whatever. Can very easily manipulate the outcome of a behavior. Microwave hearing. The first American to publish the microwave hearing effect was Alan H. Fry in 1962. Yet radar technicians had anecdotes of microwave perception in World War II. Deaf and normal subjects, even with earplugs, can hear appropriately pulsed microwaves at least up to thousands of feet from the transmitter. Transmitter parameters above these producing the effect result in a severe buffeting of the head with dizziness and nausea, while parameters below the effect include pins and needles sensation. Peak power is the major determinant of loudness, though there are some dependence on pulse width. Pulse modulation appears to influence pitch and timbre. The effect, quote, is the most easily and reliably replicated of low power density microwave illumination, unquote. Review of human and animal microwave hearing. See, animal microwave hearing? Confirmation is independent investigators of the effect establishes validity. Designs for scaring birds away from aircraft and other hazards by microwave hearing and the induction of vertigo exist. You hear that, folks? Imagine you're driving your vehicle down the street and you are hit with one of these microwave hearing devices, and suddenly you are extremely dizzy and you cannot concentrate on the road. Imagine that could be intentionally induced to cause an accident, cause your death. While working for the Advanced Research Projects Agency at Walter Reed Army Institute of Research, Sharp and Grove discovered, quote, receiverless, unquote, and, quote, wireless, unquote, voice transmission. Their method was simple. The negative deflections of voice prints from recorded spoken numbers were caused to trigger microwave pulses. Upon illumination by such verbally modulated energy, the words were understood remotely. The discovery's applications are obviously not limited to therapeutic medicine, according to James C. Lynn, in the Microwave Auditory Effects and Applications. A Defense Intelligence Agency review of communist literature affirmed microwave sound and indicated voice transmission. The report states sounds and possibly even words which appear to be originating intracranially within the head can be induced by signal modulation at a very low average power density. Among microwave weapon implications are, quote, great potential for development into a system for disorienting or disrupting the behavior patterns of military or diplomatic personnel, or covert, non-consensual investigative subjects on the covert terrorist watch list or the silent hit list or the no-fly list. Disorienting and disrupting, folks. Doesn't that sound a lot like the definition for Zersetzung? An Army Mobility Equipment Research and Development Command report affirms microwave speech transmission with applications of, quote, camouflage, decoy, and deception operations, unquote. Oh my goodness, isn't that sort of like what was happening to Myron May and Aaron, Alexis, and James Holmes? One decoy and deception concept presently being considered is to remotely create noise in the heads of personnel by exposing them to low-power pulse microwaves. By proper choice of pulse characteristics, intelligible speech may be created, quotes the report. And then here's a patent, guys. It's called the Brunken patent, BRUNKAN, number 4877027. It's called a hearing system. And then there is the Stockland patent, number 4858612. It is a hearing device. And this affirms that the microwave hearing effect that gives exposition to the concept that a microwave component is part of neurophysiology and the electroencephalogram potentials. He represents the auditory cortex as normally producing microwave energy. Is that interesting? With the use of device that stimulates, thus eliciting sound sensation. So here they are utilizing the naturally occurring sound auditory producing in our cortex to intentionally cause extraneous stimulation and sound within the cortex. Sounds a little bit like a torture device. Just saying. Description in the above patents attribute microwave hearing to direct neural influence. However, the most accepted mechanism in review is by thermoelastic expansion most likely inducing bone conducted hearing. Oh, we've heard about recently. The cochlea does appear to be involved, but not in the middle ear. This divergence of mechanism illustrates the non-thermal thermal controversy. U.S. exposure standards are based on thermal effects, yet there are effects very difficult to explain by thermal dynamics. All accept thermal effects at some level, yet the thermal-only school is rather dogmatic relating to liability issues of commercial and national security concern. Oh my God, aren't you just sick of hearing that national security issue, guys? You know, in the name of national security, you and I are on the terrorist watch list, and they cannot confirm or deny that we're